Hello everyone, welcome to Skills Build Training YouTube channel. Myself Muhammad Zubair, and this channel is all about showing you how to become an IT pro really fast. So the topic of today's video is how to use OBS Studio for beginners. So without any further ado, let's get started. OBS Studio is a screen recording and streaming tool. You can use it for different purposes. In today's video, I'll show you that how you can download, install, and how you can get started with OBS Studio. So first of all, to download your OBS Studio file, go to obsproject.com/download and you will have this screen in front of you. From here, you can download your file for different platforms. Like you can download it for Windows, Mac, and you can download it for Linux as well. And down here you have different options. You can download 64-bit file. For 32-bit you can click on this link and you can download it from torrent as well. You have zip and GitHub as well here. I'm going to download installer. So just click on it, it will start downloading your file. I have already downloaded it, so that is why I will just cancel it, and now I will take you to the directory where I have downloaded my file. This is my file which I have downloaded, so I will just double click on it in order to install it. Here it is. From here just click on next, again click on next, and here just click on install. And now it will take some time to get process complete, and after that we will move ahead. We are done with the installation process, and now I'll click on finish and it will launch our OBS Studio. And here is our OBS Studio at the moment. First of all, let me delete these sources and I'll tell you that why I'm doing that. And now we are good to go. Here we have audio mixer, or you can say audio files. I'll leave them as it is. And now if I go to my tools, here it is, just click on it, and here it says auto configuration wizard. Just click on it, and here we have three options. Either we can use it for streaming, or we can use it for recording as second option says, or we can use it as virtual camera. Like you have different software and different application, like you have Microsoft Teams, you have Zoom, you have Google Meets. For those applications and software, you can use OBS Studio as virtual camera. I want to use OBS Studio for screen recording at the moment, so that is why I'll go with optimized just for recording. I will not be streaming. At the moment, I will just click on it and then just click on next. And here we have to do some tweaks as well. If you click on first option, here it says 1920 multiplied by 1080 or display 1. I want to go with the resolution of my screen, so that is why I'll go with use current. And down here we have different other options as well. Down here we have FPS. If you click on it, here we have four options. First one is either 60 or 30, but prefer 60 when possible. Second one is either 60 or 30, but prefer high resolution. Or you can go with 30 and 60 as well. Okay, now what's the meaning of either 60 or 30 but prefer 60 when possible? For example, when you are recording games or you are streaming for gaming, you might want to go with higher FPS. FPS means frames per second. So you might want to go with higher frame rate. If you are recording your desktop or recording your screen, then you might not mind to use 30 FPS. So that is why it says prefer 60 when possible. And second option it says but prefer high resolution. So you can choose any from these options. I'm going with 60. After that, just click on next. This is the summary of everything which we have chosen for us. And after that, just click on settings. So we are done with everything. Let me maximize this window of OBS Studio. So first of all, I would discuss major things from OBS Studio. This one is a scene. If you are working on some project or you are going to record your desktop, this will be your one scene. In that scene, you will be using different resources, and this is the screen of sources. For example, you are going to stream game on different live channels. You can use your mic for audio purposes, and you also want to include the audio from the game. So what you can do, you can add different resources for both audio inputs. You can add different videos, you can add different text, you can add different images in your one scene. I will show you that how you can do that. Here you have all the information and all the actions and all the settings which you can do and which you have related to your audio inputs. And then you have scene transitions. If you have more than one scene, you can do scene transition between them. And last but not the least is you have control at the bottom. You can start streaming, you can start recording, you can start your virtual camera. And these are the three different modes which OBS Studio offers. Down here we have Studio mode, settings and exit. I will talk about Studio mode later. First of all, let's have different sources into this scene. We already have one scene here. Now what we need to do, we need to import different sources. To do that, just click on this plus sign, and here we have different option. I want to record my desktop. For that, just click on this option which says display capture. Just click on it. You can name it anything. I will go with default one. Click on OK. And this is the default screen which we get after selecting that option. And here we have to do some more thing. Here it says capture mode. I'm going with automatic, and then it says display, means with which resolution you want to go. We only have one resolution at the moment because if you remember, we selected that one when we were setting up our OBS Studio. After that, just click on OK. At the moment, it has selected our screen. That was all about capturing your screen. Now I will add some more sources. Again, click on plus sign, and here we have different options regarding audio input. First one is audio input capture and second one is audio output capture. By input mean it will take the mic which you have inserted into your laptop and it will be used to record the audio from your mic. And you can see that by the logo as well. The logo we have here is mic. Down here we have audio output capture. It means it will record the audio which will be coming out of your laptop. Means if you are recording some playing video, it will record that video sound as well. And that is why we have volume icon here. I will click on this, and now we have to rename it, or if you want to go with the default one, you can go with it. After that, just click on OK, and now we have two options. Either you want to go with Samsung Q2U microphone because this is my mic, and down here we have speakers. Obviously it is an output, and that is why I will go with speakers headphones. After that, just click on OK. So we are good to go, and here we have our audio output capture. Now what I want to do, I will show you that how you can add your input capture, means your mic. Just click on it, rename it if you want to, click on OK, and then select your mic from the list and then click on OK. So this is how you can add your input devices. Now I will show you that how you can add different images into this one. For that, again click on plus sign, and here you have an option which says image. Just click on it, again click on OK, and here it says image file. I will browse for my image, so just click on it, and now from here go to the directory where you have your images and you can import those images into your OBS Studio. So for example, I have this image available in my pictures. I will double click on it, and here it is. I will click on OK, and now as you can see, we have our picture added into our OBS Studio. Now what I want to resize it, and let me readjust it here. Now what I want to do, I want to crop this side and this side as well. Press Alt key and drag it, and here you can see we are successfully cropping it. I will do that from this side as well, and now let's do it from the bottom. So we are good to go. So let's say we are recording a lecture for software development lifecycle, and for that purpose we need a picture on our screen as well. And this is how you can add your images. You can place it anywhere on the screen. I think it would be a good idea to place it on the top left corner. As we are done with this one, now what you can do, you can add different color schemes as well. For that, again click on plus icon, and here you have an option which says color source. If you click on it, rename it or leave it as it is, click on OK. So to select a color, just click on this button which says select color, and here we have the repository of different color which we can set. And if you want to set any color from the screen, just click on this button which says pick screen color. And as you can see, as I'm hovering on different colors on my screen, we are getting the same color right here. I will choose this color from the repository. For that, I will just click on it, and then I'll just click on OK. And now we have successfully selected our color, and again I'll click on OK. But as you can see, at the moment this color is on my whole screen. I will rearrange it. For that, just drag it and resize it as per your liking. I will resize it, let me do that, and I will put that image on it. As you can see, at the moment my image is behind my color. What if I want to show this image in front of this color? For that, we have to do a simple setting. As you can see, we have different layers into our sources. It means the layer which comes the latest will be on top. So color source was the latest one, that is why it is on top. Now what we just need to do, we just need to drag it and drop it under the images. And now as you can see, images on our color. We are done with everything. Now let's start the recording process. For that, just click on this button, and here you can see our recording has just started. In case if you want to stop this recording, just again click on this button, and if you want to pause this recording, you just need to click on this pause button. I will stop this recording, and it has just stopped. Now if you want to see where our file is, just click on this file and click on show recordings, and this is our recorded file. And as you can see, we have .mkv extension of this video file. There is a problem with mkv extension, and that is you cannot take this to any video editor and start editing it. You have to convert this into MP4 version. For that, I will just go back to my OBS Studio, and here go to your files and click on Remix Recordings. Just click on it, and here click on this option, and now we have to select our video file which we want to convert. Double click on it, and then just click on Remix button, and it says recording mixed. It means we are done. I'll close this one, and now if I go to my files, show recordings, and here you can see we have .mp4 extension with our video file. And now we can take this video to any video editing tool and we can start working on it. Now again, if I go to my files, and from there if I click on settings, and now if you go to your output section, and in recording, here you can see recording format is MKV. You can select MP4 for default as well, but there is a problem if you go with MP4 extension, and that is, let's say you were recording a 2-hour long video, and as you were halfway through, your computer just got crashed, and because of that, as you have selected MP4, you will not have anything auto saved. You will have to do everything from scratch. But if you go with MKV extension, now if your computer or your system gets crashed at any point while you were working with OBS Studio, your work will get auto saved. You can start working from where your system got crashed. So that is a benefit of having MKV. So I would suggest you to go with MKV, and whenever you want to use your file in some other tool, you can remix that file. So now I will just apply it, and after that click on OK. So we are done with it. Here we had only one scene. If I right click on it, I will duplicate it, and here you can rename your scene. By default it's scene 2. I will name it as duplicate. After that click on OK, and here you can see we have a scene with the name of duplicate. In that scene, I will remove my image and I will remove my color source as well. Why I did this, I'll tell you. As you can see on my scene, I have a color scene and one image, but in duplicate I do not have this. And why I did this, I did this because I wanted to talk about scene transition. And what you can do here, you can add different transition. At the moment, it is fade. You can add swipe, slide, stinger and different other things. I'm going with slide here. Just click on it, name it anything. I'm going with the default and click on OK. And here it is asking for the direction. The direction will be towards left. I'll go with it, and here we can preview our transition. I click on it and this is how our transition will look alike. I will click on OK, and now we are good with our scene transition. And here if I click on my first scene, and this is how I'll be able to shift through between my different scene, and this is how it will get transition while I'm recording. What if I do not want to use my OBS Studio for transition between my screen? I can use different shortcut keys to do this work. I will talk about it later. Here if I go into my scene which I have created, I will click on image and I'll click on my color source as well. Now I have selected both these. What I can do with these two, I can group them. Right click on it and here click on group selected items, and here you can name it anything. I'll name it as image and color. Hit enter. As you can see, we have a drop down arrow here. Click on it and we have just closed this. Why we do this? When you be working on a big project, you will have a lot of sources in this screen, but as you can see, this screen is not big enough, so it will get very hectic to go through between different sources. So we can group different sources which are attached to each other or which are linked with each other, and by doing so we will have more space to work on. Let's readjust or rearrange our user interface. As you can see, we have everything on the downside. What I can do, I can click on this screen and I can drag it and drop it on anywhere on my screen. And here you can see my scenes are on the left side of my window. For sources, I can do the same. I will drag it anywhere on my screen and I can drop it. So now my sources are towards the right side. You can do that with other things here as well, as per your liking and as per your need. If you see here, we have a profile link here. If I click on it, here at the moment it is untitled. Okay, what does we mean by profile? Let's say you are working on video recording and you have different settings related to it. Mean you have set different shortcuts, you have selected different output formats, different input formats. You can create one profile for that purpose. And now let's say you are using OBS Studio for streaming. You will have different settings for streaming. And for that, you can select different profile. Means whenever next time you will start working on video recording, you do not have to do any setting with respect to shortcuts, output formats, input formats, and everything else. You just need to select your profile and everything will get set as per your settings. Here we have scene collection. At the moment we only have one and it says untitled. I will click on it and this is the one which is untitled. As OBS Studio allows you to open different number of instances of it, so you can work on different things at a time. Let's say I was using this instance for my screen recording, and let's say I have another instance of OBS Studio open for streaming. What I can do, I can select scene collection, which means if I have more than one scene, one is for screen recording, which is this one, which is scene and duplicate, and I have another one here which is for YouTube streaming. What I can do, I can shift between those two at the time and I'll be able to use any one of them. Like I can use both of them in my screen recording, or I can use both of them, which is recording and streaming, into my streaming project. Let's go to file and here we have settings. Just click on it. Here you can set or you can do different tweaks and different settings as per your liking. This is about general setting. Then you can do different setting related to your stream, and here you have the services which this OBS Studio offers. It offers Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and we have, if I click on show all, here we have different other platforms where we can live stream. I will close this one and here we can do different settings with respect to our streaming. Then we have output. I have already shown you one setting related to recording format, which was MP4, and then we have video bitrate, different encoder settings, then we have audio bitrate, and with respect to recording we can do a lot of stuff. And here we can do different stuff with respect to audio as well. You can select different audio formats. In video format you can do different lot of settings, like the resolution is 1920 multiplied by 1080. You can change it if you have anything available. As you can see, we have 1280 multiplied by 720, which we can set, but I want to go with 1921. Down here we have output, which will be scaled. As you can see, we have less number of pixels, and then we have different other options. The one which I really wanted to talk about here was hotkeys. Just click on it. You can set different shortcut keys for different purposes. If you remember, we have to click on this button to start or stop recording. We can create a shortcut key in order to start or stop our recording. For that, just come here, click on it and set your any shortcut key. I am going with Ctrl+S, and now it will start my recording, and to stop my recording I will again press Ctrl+S and it will stop my recording. Click on apply and now click on OK, and we are good to go. If you scroll down, you have different shortcut with respect to scene. Then we have audio input, audio output, desktop audio, and then we have our mic shortcuts. So you can do a lot of stuff with respect to shortcut keys, and it will save you a lot of time. So now I will just click on OK, and now we are out of it, and I have just pressed Ctrl+S, and as you can see, the recording has just started. And now I will again press Ctrl+S and recording should stop. And here you can see the recording has stopped. So this is how you can add different shortcut keys into your OBS Studio. The last thing in OBS Studio which I wanted to talk to you about is Studio Mode. If I just click on it, here you can see we have two windows. First one is preview and second one is program. This is how I will work on it, and this is how it will get uploaded on different platforms, or it will get saved if you are recording. So this is why we use Studio Mode. And that brings us to the end of today's video. And I hope you have learned a lot of new things with respect to OBS Studio. If that is the case, please leave a like and subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon along with it as well. If you have something to ask, please leave a comment below. We will get back to you as soon as possible. Till the next video, take care.